Hi, welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. Well, earlier this week, BuzzFeed announced that it was turning down $1.3 million in advertising revenue from Donald Trump, from the Trump campaign. They said they were no longer going to be taking or placing advertisements on their website for Donald Trump and his campaign because of their deeply held convictions and their personal belief that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. He's a threat to freedom of the press in America, and they were not going to be endorsing that in any way. Now, a lot of people have got upset about this, and they've claimed that this is censorship, that this is unfair, that this is about suppression of freedom of speech, and that this shouldn't be happening. Well, in actual fact, that's not the issue here at all. I've got no problem with BuzzFeed, based on their deeply held personal convictions, declining to enter into a contract or a business arrangement with any client who they think will be in conflict with the deeply held personal convictions that they have. Got no problem with that at all. But here's the problem with what BuzzFeed have done. It is completely hypocritical and farcically inconsistent. Just weeks ago, BuzzFeed were mocking a Christian bakery for doing exactly what BuzzFeed is doing right now. This Christian bakery had refused to enter into a business arrangement with a same-sex couple who wanted this Christian bakery to bake a cake for their gay wedding service. And based on their deeply held convictions and personal beliefs, this bakery had said, no, we're not going to do that. And so here's BuzzFeed celebrating the mockery of this bakery. Yet just weeks later, BuzzFeed is doing exactly the same thing. And they should be entitled to do that. That's how the right to freedom of conscience is supposed to work. So it is absolutely hypocritical, and farcically so, for BuzzFeed to be standing on this high moral ground now after having ridiculed another private business for doing exactly the same thing just weeks ago. At the end of the day, once again, effectively what they've done is I think they have kind of played into Donald Trump's narrative here without even really realizing it, because it gives him this ammunition that he's been firing for a while now to be able to say that the regressive left is completely inconsistent and very intolerant. It claims to be tolerant, and when it finds itself in a situation where it wants to exercise the right to freedom of conscience, it stands up and morally grandstands about it and says this is a good thing. But when other organisations who hold views that they don't agree with does exactly the same thing, they mock and ridicule them. It's not consistent. It's hypocrisy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.